All right, welcome into a debut night. Two debuts tonight. The first one we are going to break down on this watching. Um, in the watching series is Peyton Tolle's Major League debut. Mr. Peyton Tolle. Let's get a quick background on him and we'll hop right into it. The game is still ongoing, but he's at 80 pitches as we speak, so he's going to be done pretty soon. And I want to get this one up right away. I really haven't watched any of it, so that's the positive. Let's get into Peyton Tolle, though. All right, left-handed pitcher. Still has him listed as a DH, starting pitcher and first baseman. He was a two-way player in college. He is 6'6", 250 is what he's listed at. So I saw a David Wells comp. Just because you're a big lefty, big white lefty doesn't make you David Wells, but we'll see. Looking at his college stats, he went from Wichita State to TCU for his last year. He was a two-way player, like I said, and he really didn't pitch all that well at Wichita State, putting up ERAs of 4.48 as a very old freshman, and then 4.62 as a 20-year-old sophomore, and then does get the transfer to TCU and has the breakout year. 3.21 in 14 starts, 125 strikeouts in 81 innings, and that gets him drafted by the Red Sox in the second round of the 2024 amateur draft. Now, this year, he flew up the chain of the Red Sox system. Now, he was literally drafted last summer, and now he's going to be in the big leagues in a pennant race starting a game versus Paul Skeens in Fenway tonight. Very, very cool. He started in Greenville, had 10 starts there, where he struck out 79 guys in 49 and two-thirds innings and only walked 2.5. So that got him a quick promotion to Portland, where he really shoved for 6 games, 27 innings. Also 12.3 strikeouts per 9, 2.3 walks per 9, only 4.3 hits per 9 at that level, which got him to AAA. And he went 3 starts with a 3.6 ERA. 2 walks, 17 strikeouts shows that he pitched a lot better than maybe it looks here. He did give up 2 homers in Worcester. But the walks got even better. Basically, he's been one of the hottest prospects in baseball. So he gets the call up tonight. It's going to be Red Sox versus Pirates from Fenway. And let's get into this game. Major League debut. They're all very exciting. Skeens is the other pitcher, which is pretty cool. But Peyton Tolle. I keep calling him Toll, and I'm sorry about that because I've seen the announcers, and they definitely pronounce it Tolle. So it reminds me a little bit of Josh Tolle, who was a catcher that I used to play with in the fall league, played for the Mets, caught R.A. Dickey. He's kind of a knuckleball specialist, went to the Blue Jays. Anyway, Peyton Tolle, here we go. All I know about him is he throws pretty hard and he's lefty, so let's see. First batter of the career. And he pours in a heater at 96.9. Looks like it's a low release to me, but huge extension, 7.4 extension, so he's getting way down the mound. 16, so that's about average level of vert these days, maybe a touch above, and horizontal at negative 8.3. That's right around average, like I said. So it is 97. The shape isn't crazy on the first pitch of the game. We'll keep monitoring that, obviously, but 7.4 extension, very good. And he goes right at this first guy with a strike. Big dude.
Baseball taken away for safekeeping.
Oof, that heater really. So this one's got a little more vert to it. 17.1. Same thing. 7.3 extension. Very high spin, almost 2,400 RPM. So that's another reason why this ball gets good lift. And 97.6. So the guy comes out throwing cheese. This ball is just like a frozen rope to the outside corner. Connor Wong behind the plate tonight. 98. Now he's going to go 99. Middle 99. Triolo fouls that off. And then he's going to go another fastball. So 4 fastballs in a row. And he doors his Triolo. So little velo check right there. See the head snapping over. That's where you can find the velo in Fenway. So 98.3. First career strikeout. 4 fastballs. Tom Brady fan over here. Patriots dude is loving it. And we're off and running. So 4 heaters. You got 4 four-seam heaters to start it off.
Look at that. Good luck.
And he's going to start off Nick Gonzalez with a heater. Right down the middle. Pours it in there. They're setting up middle so far. A little bit in on this one. Fastball. Now, I don't have any release height data on him, but that's a low release. So he's got the low release big extension piece, which is really a special characteristic to have with a four-seam fastball, particularly if you're over 16 vert. So he clears that bar relatively easily. We've seen some 16s, we've seen some 17s, but the extension is special. 7.5 extension, that's Glasnow territory, Whitlock territory, Mizorowski almost territory. So that ball is getting on you even faster than the speed, 99.1. So far it's all gas, and he's ahead 0-2 again.
I love the look around the ballpark there in between pitches, taking it in, the 0-2.
You know, and it's interesting. The ball's not cutting. It's actually not moving a whole lot on the way to the plate horizontally, but the angle he creates is interesting too. He's slightly cross body, so he sets up in the middle of the rubber. And this heel is a little bit outside that line, so it's slightly cross body, but he gets that hip pointed. So he does get the hip open even though he's slightly cross. And then, you know, he's a big guy, so a lot of this is probably strength driven. To me, it looks like it's a very late hand to getting to flip up, but it all happens in a very tight window. And the ball definitely has a little bit of a left to right angle as it comes into the plate, as you can see here. Because even on an outside pitch, it definitely looks like it's going left to right a little bit on the path. So another fastball. Here comes the first off-speed pitch. It's a slider. Man, had it. Actually painted it. Pretty sure this is a strike. No, maybe actually a hair off. 84-2. Here's the shape. 84-2. Negative 8.8 on the vert. So that's a big drop. That's a big drop on a breaking ball. And 6.4 on the horizontal. So this is more of like a power slurve. Power slurve, I would say. At 84, it's kind of a hybrid pitch. It's a combination of a lot of different types of breaking balls. Doesn't get the call there, goes back to the heater. And, wow, that was kind of suave the way he pointed up. I'm not a big fan of pitchers pointing up. You can point up, I guess, when it's in the infield. But this is. Do you see the little baby finger he gives here? Wow, my friend. That was swaggy. That is one of the more subtle freaking I'm the man moves I've seen in a while. So far it's all heaters. First 9 pitches of the game, 8 heaters, 1 slider. Now Brian Reynolds. Another heater. Ball 1. First fastball he kind of overcooks. Well, not overcooks, kind of pulls off a little bit. There's that heater that everybody thinks is away, but ends up being on the corner. Cross for strike. Really good pitch. And then I see they show in the booth, this is Breslow, and this is Brian O'Halloran. This guy's been there forever. Brian O'Halloran, assistant GM. This is the Pobo or the GM, Craig Breslow. Used to pitch. Anyways, here comes the cutter. First time we're seeing the cutter. Ooh, I kind of like this pitch right off the gate. 92-1, above average velo. It has some lift to it, 8.4. That's nice. And then the horizontal is subtle. So this is a very hoppy, not very hoppy, but a somewhat hoppy, shorter cutter. And with the angle he's already presenting, I think this ball is gonna get it on some people, especially at 92. 92 is a good speed, and you can see it gets in on him there. Almost gets it down the line, but doesn't quite. So let's see if it goes slider off that. Yes. A very nice pitch for the strikeout. So a very common... wow, this guy is a beast. Look at this man. A very common combination. You know, you go cutter, you get action on the cutter, you go slider right again. Off that, that's what he does here. This pitch has negative 5.8 vert, so trend's the same way, but the bottom just drops out of it. If you were to overlay these two pitches, they would get to about here on the same at the same height, and the cutter would bolt to here, and the slider, we're going to see that it just starts going this way. And so they deviate really well, and that's a nice combination from him. So not only is he coming at you with 98, 99 from the left side and a huge body right at you, but pretty good feel for both breaking balls. The two sliders we've seen have both had pretty good shape. All right, now let's take a quick pause after the first inning to take a peek at the delivery. from the side. I like how fired up he was. All right, so let's check this thing out. First of all, the mustache is majestic. I'm surprised I haven't mentioned that yet, but the mustache is majestic. Anyway, little double tap move with the left leg for rhythm. I like that. Up, really high leg kick. Has a timing mechanism. When he wants to hit peak leg kick as he starts his drive to the plate. Sits on the back side. Very stable. Hips are very flat. So you're going to be able to rotate the crap out of your hips very efficiently when you're that flat. Gets to lead leg, I would say. The hand is definitely late, but that's okay. It gives you more time to activate the stretch. I don't think it's a big deal. He gets a nice stretch now. His lead arm, he just gets it way the heck out of the way. Now this is a la Garrett Cole. This is a la Trevor Bauer. This is a la a lot of guys. They just get the hand way out of there. I didn't do that. It didn't feel comfortable for me, but it does provide this huge pulled back. You know, you're double pulled back and your chest is all out and you're stretching through there and your arm's going to shoot through that rubber band stretch. So that's what he's got working there. And then how's the lead leg work? Pretty similar to, I say, what a lot of guys do. That actually, this is the kind of that I actually prefer. I still think he blocks well. I think his hip, I mean, it's not the over-exaggerated knee snap early, but I think this hip over here does a good job blocking. As he gets into the hip, like through this whole area right here, when he gets into the hip, it looks like that stops his momentum, and that's going to shoot the power up the chain. So I still think this is a really good lead leg, despite the fact that it's not that vicious snap through the knee that a lot of people coach. Anyway, I'm a fan of that. And the ball's obviously jumping. So that's first inning takeaways. He throws hard as crap. 99, all four seams, has a little angle to it, huge extension. So this pitch is going to play up from the number, which is impressive because it's already a high number. Cutter has a decent little shape and a good velocity behind it. And the slider is really nice off the cutter. All right, now Tommy Pham gets the scrap with the OG here.
Well, back at
Non-competitive ball one. This is the first pitch he lets off the gas the whole night. 95-8, ball two. 2-0 cutter. All right, good pitch. We'll throw off-speed pitch behind and count. Cutter again. This time he's a little late with the hand, and then he's going to end up walking him on this fastball. So definitely dialed back on the fastball. I don't know. Looked a little out of sorts that at bat, to be honest. So that's the first batter in the second. Now he's got Kutch. So back-to-back veteranos. All right, good job. Gets right in there and Kutch. And you can see how that ball looks like it rises and it's crossing, it's crossfire. Like just the way his arm works, that ball is coming in hot on a line to the inside corner. All right, and then another fastball. Jams the crap out of McCutcheon. He's going to get a really weird ground rule double. So 65.7 off the bat, 27-degree launch angle.
So a busted bat double from McCutcheon.
He got completely beat here. We're not going to have enough video to see that slow-mo, but yeah, he saws him off. So this is a good pitch, bad result. This is why sometimes as a hitter, it's okay to get kind of jammed and get the ball in the air. You can loft it into no man's land. That's what he does. So second and third, no outs in the second. Now Canario.
38 years old, finishing up his career infield in.
Fastball middle. Swing and miss. A little bit higher. Swing and miss.
And then, you know, you got these guys coming on. You got Tolle.
First time Karen throwing out the first pitch. And then a little bit higher, swing and miss. You want it, that's beautiful execution. When a guy can't hit your fastball, you go from most hittable to least hittable. Let's watch that again. The first pitch, location, right around there. Second pitch, location, right around there. So definitely higher. And then the third one, I'm pretty sure this is even higher. Yeah, third one gets it even a touch higher than that. So just climbs the ladder. That's climbing the ladder. Now, typically you would probably throw the ball even higher than this, you know, in a perfect world. But hey, his fastball plays, and he just said good morning, good afternoon, good night with 3 fastballs, with a man on second and third and no outs. So he's not really worried about much there. He just went right at him. So now let's see how he goes at Henry Davis.
Sort of. Yeah,
This time he's going to start cutter.
-8
Gets the pull foul. So now he knows he's on fastball timing with that foul ball. So he sticks cutter, pulls it foul again. So yeah, he hits both of those balls hard, but now you're just so far ahead here. If you have a changeup, it's game over here. Changeup or slow curveball or slider off that, but you got to execute it. He's going to go fastball off that, probably for Chase.
That's when it sort of hits you. You know,
Yeah, it doesn't quite get it back to the corner. And he's going to double up. I like it. And this time, that's an outstanding fastball. This is an ideal spot. Ball's rising to that spot. Again, this is 7-9 extension. I don't know if this is real or not, but if that's real, that would be like, that's like a PR. That's like the highest I've never ever seen on the iPad. 7-9. So I don't know if that's a misread or not, but if that's 7-9, that ball's getting on you like it's only 97, 102, 101. Boom, door. So what have we learned so far? This guy's got a great fastball. Like a truly great fastball. All right, so now he can get out of this. 93 mile an hour cutter, first pitch.
And it matters
Foul ball. That ball cuts a lot.
There's nothing better.
It's incredible.
Fastball off that.
Just a reminder of
This
why
is up.
29
Fastball
pitches,
off that
21
again.
strikes for Tolle.
And they're under it. So nobody's squared up his fastball yet. Nobody's beaten his fastball to the spot yet. Even the ground rule double that McCutchen hit, he was beat. He was blown to shit, blown up really bad on that. So kid's got a great fastball is the first thing I see. Let's see if he's still pitching. He's out, so good. We can actually finish this. All right. Third inning.
Him enough runway to settle into the pin transition.
Connor Falefa. Fastball ball.
Part of the reason for this release at this
So
time,
pretty much like when he wants to dial it back, it's like 95, and when he needs to throw a strike, he's pretty good at landing the cutter. But here he goes 3-0.
There's still good stuff in there.
Strike on 3-0, and then he's going to throw another fastball.
Getting a guy like Peyton Tolle an opportunity.
Beats, this is another ball into no man's land, but he hits this ball a little too high. That's a nice play. Who is that, Sogard? Yeah, Nick Sogard, that's a nice play. Anthony goes for the slide. One guy goes up, one guy goes down. It's kind of how you work those in between so nobody gets killed. All right, back to the top of the order. Triolo, he got all fastballs the first time, so goes cutter, way out in front. Now he's going to go heater. Another beautiful pitch. His ball up in the zone looks way too hot for these hitters. Then a slider, probably the first bad pitch. I don't think he hit this ball that hard, right? 98.8. Kind of backdoors it here, but it doesn't make sense off of the last pitch. And Triolo has a nice line drive swing. Of course, he hits it right at Sogard. Now he's made 2 plays in a row. And then he's going to punch out Nick Gonzalez to end the third. Says that's a sinker. I think that's just another fastball. Here's the first changeup of the day. Oh, try it again.
Did he hold up? No, he went.
I don't want to judge him off 2 changeups, but what it looks like to me is by far the pitch. I would guess it's the pitch he can't control, but he needs to throw. This is actually a really cool metric if he can throw that. But, you know, first one, he leaves it arm side. Second one, he pulls it down glove side. Does get the swing here, but throws a third one. Yeah, leaves it up away again. You just can see he's not comfortable with that. 4-seam, this will be dialed. Not dialed at all, but that ball had a mind of its own. Oh, look at the death stare. The mustache, the uniform, the death stare, the 98, or whatever this guy throws. He's got a mound presence, that's for sure. I don't know if I can think of too many lefties that are exactly like this guy. They're more modern lefties, like Skubal or Crochet. But so far, it's just the fastball. It's a freaking good fastball, really. I mean, the cutter's there. Slider's there. Can't say the changeup's there yet. All right, fourth batter, Reynolds. Backdoor cutter for a strike. I like when he uses the cutter early. Everybody's right now on the fastball. That's the best changeup he's thrown yet. This is the one he wants to bottle. This is beautiful. Not only is it a really cool metric, basically mirroring his horizontal break on his four seam, but way less vertical break. So this could be a kick change or splitter or something. But yeah, it's got to be a kick or something, or a split. Only 935 RPM indicates kick or split. More than likely split. I think you can maybe see it in his glove a little bit. But this is really well executed. This is a strike all day.
Touch at 99.
And you're way out in front of it. So, of course, you're going to throw that again.
And the 0-2.
This time it starts too low.
Good luck.
And now four seam you're in a good spot for.
1-2.
Yeah, you're just not going to be on time for that. Kind of an emergency hack by Reynolds. And you're just overpowered there, overmatched.
1-2 off. Meager.
Yeah. Overmatched a really good hitter. Okay, Tommy Pham. Second time versus T. Pham. Pham ready to swing. But this ball kind of overwhelms him a little bit. He's super late and under it for a foul ball. And then slider. Good swing. Great play by Bregman.
Even with the bat struggling, he's still playing good defense.
Tole's loving it.
Very solid over there.
Yeah.
Get that out of the way.
Tommy Pham does a good job on this. Sees it nicely. Smacks this ball. This could have been a double, but Bregman steady as they come over there. Nice play. All right, so then a 5-pitch walk of Kutch. Ball one.
Score fourth inning.
Kutch is a tough AB because
6'6", 275.
he definitely knows how to not swing. And he knows when not to swing. He can sense it in you when you're losing it.
And a strike.
So he's keyholing him a little bit. He can also pimp a walk with the best of them. My God, Kutch. Look at this bat fling. He used to annoy me, but I think it's cool. Especially that he has, like, 17 years in the show. Cutter foul. Fastball. Doors. Canario cannot hit his fastball. All right. Does the smart thing and doesn't swing at that one. Or that one. Oh, curveball. First curveball of the night. Yeah, no command of that either, or at least for that pitch, no feel. I don't know, maybe they called slider here and he just tried to get on top of it more and it kind of popped out weird. Yeah, that's what I'm leaning on. All right, another fastball. Chops it in the ground. Bregman on the move. And that's 4 innings. Fifth inning, Henry Davis.
I started doing it in that year in 02, and we had so much fun coming out.
It's ahead with the fastball. It goes to the changeup now. Good changeup. So that's the second or third good changeup we've seen. So maybe I prematurely nicked him on his changeup command. Fastball away. Here comes a strikeout. Boom. Nobody can hit that heater up. And he's throwing a lot of fastballs. I'll be curious what the breakdown looks like when we're done with this. This is one of the advantages of being a new guy. It's also an advantage of having an incredible, package of what he brings to the table with his fastball. Like, totally. I mean, the extension's the big piece. All right, so 2-0. I think he looks a little tired now. But the fastball's still playing. That's a good pitch to hit. Hits it 84 up in the air, just way under it. And then he's going to finish the fifth with Kiner Falefa. Overcooks the first pitch cutter.
Back in 2022. So, forever grateful.
Strike up.
Major league debut. He has allowed 1 hit to the
changeup. So definitely worked his pitch mix in more as the game progressed. But when in doubt, he's still throwing fastballs, man. 2-1 fastball. Falefa makes a bid for the pesky pole, doesn't get it, and then he's going to punch him with a cutter. Let's see the location. Very nice pitch. Very, very nice pitch. Trending in like the heater, but it's not the heater, and you're over it. Because on the heater, it's going to have more lift, so that's why his bat path is where it is. And this ball gives just enough drop for him to not know what he swung at until he missed it. So that's a neat trick. The fastball tunnels well with the cutter tunnels well with the slider. Those are kind of his main pitches. I also love I love the fire that this guy's pitching with right now. I mean, it's so cool. I mean, this is your major league debut. He's a big boy, man. All right, 6th inning. So this is going to be it, I believe. Third time through. 2-0 lead, ball 1. His process metrics haven't been as good as the game going on either, so I'm sure they're seeing that in a little bit in the dugout. You know, it's a big... He kind of had a huge adrenaline dump in that first inning. You know, first inning in the big leagues. That's an exciting moment. That can drain you emotionally, but hey, he's still not walking, guys. Gets in there. Has the 1 walk. Still, Triolo can't hit the fastball. Good positioning by Anthony out there. 86 at .4. Easy out. And then Nick Gonzalez.
Nick Gonzalez, who's popped up and struck out.
Cutter down. Ooh, he's going to cutter it again.
And a line drive to left. There's hit number 2.
That was a bad pitch.
Gonzalez will reach with
yeah, he's definitely tired. He looks a little tired these last few batters. I would say you noticed it at the end of the 5th. I think he just kind of overdid himself early in this game. This is going to be his last batter, and he gives up a hit here too. So let's see. Definitely going more to the off speed now. The fastball was insanely electric at the beginning of the game. And every time it's like in the upper third of the zone, they're not even close to it. They're late under it or both. Change up. And then 2-2, another cutter. And this one just kind of down the middle, and it gets chopped through the hole. That could have easily been a double play, though. He got decent contact out of that. So I'm pretty sure that's it. Pretty sure that's it. Weissert did come in. Ooh, and gave up his runs. Damn, this sucks.
Weissert looking for a ground ball right at somebody.
Fell behind Tommy Pham. And then Pham just smacks that ball dead center, 108. So that's going to score both of Tolle's runs. So his final line is going to be nicked a little bit. It didn't come across while he was out there. But he ran into this situation. And actually, Weissert gave up another hit to McCutchen. McCutchen's had a nice day in this game. That kind of puts a bow. That kind of puts a bow on his outing. So that's kind of unfortunate. But, all right. Let's get back into this game, into the player breakdown for Peyton Tolle. And then, actually, first let's look at the box score. Where are we at box score-wise? So he ends up going officially 5 1/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts on 84 pitches. He gave up only 3 hard-hit balls. All right, now let's go to the mix from the debut here. Now, he was fastball heavy in this game. Peyton Tolle, he threw 50 fastballs. That's 60% fastballs. And the number was a lot higher percentage-wise up until that last inning. 20 cutters, 8 changeups, 4 sliders, 1 curve, and 1 sinker, which was really another fastball. So he's really over 60% fastball. Hard to do that in the big leagues, but he has a special fastball. It did definitely decline as the game went on, velocity-wise, but it didn't really decline effectiveness-wise. Like when he still got the ball above the belly button, nobody was close to it. Nobody was close to the fastball. In fact, he threw 24 fastball. He got 24 swings on fastballs, 9 whiffs. That's outstanding. 38% whiff on fastballs, really good. He also got 9 called strikes and 8 foul balls. So only put 7 balls in play out of like all the fastballs he threw tonight. He had averaged 96.2, as high as 99.2. He was down to 92.8 towards the end of the game. So yeah, the fastball velocity really trended down as the game went on, but I think he was just so juiced for this game. So I'll be curious to see what his velo looks like in the next outing, and the next outing, and the next outing as he settles in here. But definitely the fastball played huge. I would love to see a stuff number on this pitch. But you can see that's the first thing that he's bringing to the table is monster extension. So like top of the scale extension, meaning he's releasing the ball as close to the plate as anyone. You pair that with elite velocity, especially for a lefty, and what looks like to be a lower slot. So all of those factors are going to make his fastball play up, and it certainly did in this game. Like I mentioned, nobody was really near the fastball. The cutter was also quite effective, above average velocity, I would say, on a lot of them. And I think some of these balls that were read as cutters were really sliders. So I think the average velo gets dropped down a little bit by some classification issues, but 90.1 mile an hour average on the cutter tonight, 93.2 was the max. He was able to get 2 whiffs with it. I just thought because of the plane of his fastball, because of the plane in which Tolle's fastball moves, and we can see it pretty clearly here. That's the plane that's already moving. So that's going to hide a cutter really well because the cutter wants to go that direction too. So this movement's going to hide, like let's say this is a cutter and these pitches are running parallel to each other. The cutter's just going to deviate like that. And that's so late and so subtle. And that's why 2 pitches working together matter more than a pitch in a vacuum on its own. So that's why I like his cutter. It's not necessarily the shape, but I think the way that he throws it relative to his fastball, I can see it being effective, and it was effective at times tonight. Also, it bridges really well to his slider. But anyway, the fastball, that angle is definitely his outlier characteristic. That's pretty obvious to me. 7'4" extension. I don't know if we have an average number on that from the game tonight. If it will show me anything like that, doesn't look like it. It's not going to give me spin or anything on him since this is his first game. Okay, let's go to pitch 3D and take a look at what it looks like from that standpoint. Pitch 3D for Peyton Tolle. And we're just going to go first the 4-seamers. And this was obviously, he threw a crap load of 4-seamers. So here's kind of what you're looking at. The release is pretty far over, as we noted, and the ball's kind of coming across. Notice, he did try to throw everything in the upper half of the zone, which I think is smart. And all his misses, his bad misses, were the glove side up and away. So if he can correct that and shrink those misses down and continue to be in the upper part of the zone, his fastball will become very overwhelming in some games to some teams. So that's the 4-seam. Now, if we can add in the cutters with the 4-seamers. Let's spin this around a little bit. Even from his angle, you can't really tell the difference much. You know? They're all kind of mixed and jumbled in there. They're not super obvious differences here. All right? And then let's do the cutter to the slider, because I also thought that these pitches tunneled very well. So the sliders, these yellows. Now, these ones, obviously, you can see these pop. These 2 yellows on the top, right? They pop. But these ones over here, these other yellows, they don't pop. And that's another effect of how the cutter protects the slider. So that's what the slider looked like. That's what the cutter looked like. I guess we can look at like the changeup. He didn't throw very many of them. I did think the ones that he threw strikes with or below the zone were fantastic. But to me, for the most part, it looked like he shied away from this pitch because of an execution issue and confidence of execution. One thing that I've always said, no matter how good your pitch is, it's got to be a 7 out of 10 pitch in the big leagues in terms of throwing it where you want to. So it's like, if I can't throw my changeup 7 out of 10 where I want to, meaning for a strike or in the dirt or whatever, like generally where I need to throw this pitch, and it's not 7 out of 10, I'm going to lose confidence in it and I'm not going to throw it. Doesn't matter how nasty it is. And that's why I think he sticks mostly with the fastball and the cutter, because those are his 7 out of 10 pitches all day long. Maybe 8 out of 10 on the fastball. But changeup, maybe it's a 5 out of 10. So we'll keep monitoring that as we move forward, and his pitch mix will continue to evolve. But the fastball is outstanding. Let's see something here. Pitch velocity, Tolle. And then we can just do 4-seamers. Oh, I guess you can't. All right, pitch velocity. So early in, these are mostly in the first 2 innings is where all his hardest pitches were. Inning 1-1, 1-1, 1-1, 2, 1-1, 2, 3-3, 2-2, 1. Popped a couple 97s in the fourth. But the fastest pitch he threw from the fifth on is 96-1. That's a big departure from the 98-99 he was throwing early. So he definitely got tired. I do think that's somewhat to be expected. Like I said, it's a big emotional day. And certainly he came out trying to feed off that emotion. You could see it early. He was bringing the noise. He was bringing the fuzz. He did a good job. I'm a little sad for him that his team kind of cashed in a few of these runs because right now he's not in line for the win. And ultimately, I thought he did give them a very good chance to win tonight. But that happens. That's baseball. Get used to it. Anyway, final takeaways from Mr. Peyton Tolle. I would say I'm impressed with the fastball. The thing that impresses me the most about it is the extension plus the angle plus the velocity. So it's 3 or 4 factors. The fourth factor would be his zone percentage on it. He throws it over the plate, so an ability to throw it at the top. So command, angle, velocity, extension all make a very special four-seam fastball. Plus he throws with his left hand. Always helps. Cutter, slider are built to play off of that fastball. So execution-wise, execution is what's going to define him with those pitches. But when in doubt, he's a fastball guy. He did lose velocity in this game. I'm not holding it against him. We will see what that looks like moving forward. But at minimum, this guy's got an electric major league fastball. And that's a pretty damn good place to start out. How old is this guy now? As a 22-year-old, almost 23-year-old from Stillwater, Oklahoma. So welcome to the big leagues, Peyton Tolle. This was exciting guy to watch. We'll see how the Red Sox use him down the stretch. I think he's going to be a weapon for them, whether he's starting or even if they want to throw him out of the bullpen. That fastball is going to play. So they got themselves an electric, exciting guy down the stretch. And it's very cool to have watched him. Pretty cool that they pushed him up to the big leagues as well this fast and just kind of decided to go for it. I can definitely appreciate that. I love the aggression. And the kid does look ready. He looked ready for the moment. So congrats to him. And that's it for today, watching Peyton Tolle's debut. And I will see you guys on the next video. All right? Peace.